Instead of going all complex, I decided to create this simple DIY short that you don't even need to sew the sides. And also know that it's a pretty simple short. So let's create one together, shall we? So I really don't know how else to angle this camera because I want to stay by the lights to film this. So you see, just watch carefully what I do. How I'm move this. Look at how I'm dragging it. You see magic. How I drag it. Maybe few of us might understand what I did here. Few of us might be confused. So let me show you guys. Let me show you. This is our back pattern. Our back pattern goes here. And this is our front pattern. You see. There's no joining in the middle. And I created one. So instead of having 4 pieces, I'll have 2 pieces. And since you're encountering this for the first time, I'm going to explain very well because you are going to be seeing this a lot in our drafting model. So this now is just when we are creating a very simple short that is very free. Usually as a base. Use this for boxers too. So it's not going to have any joining at the center. You see. The back is also going to be tilted upwards. Let me show you the back. The back is also going to be tilted upwards, just like so. You see, the middle part will be straight, but the back is also going to be tilted upwards. So this now we can use an elastic band. We can use a drawstring band. The measurement is usually just leaving a few inches. You know that if it's closed like this, it might still be fitted, right? It might still be fitted to your trouser length. But if you just give a few inches, let me show you how. Let me show you how many inches I gave mine. Okay, let me arrange this. So I give mine from the hip. From the hip, I give my own 5 inches. So 5 inches on one side, 5 inches on the other side. So that's extra 10 inches. That's the allowance that I give. I briefly just want to pause this here and explain that, in the drafting video, I said that the front is going to be ×2 and the back ×2. But I want to emphasize that you see that this one is just 2 pieces, meaning that what you're going to do is you're going to fold the fabric into 2 and you're going to leave that 5 inches at the center. So you're going to be having 2 pieces of fabric now, not 4 pieces of fabric, just 2 pieces of fabric. Now you're going to fold the fabric into 2. Put your back pattern with the crotch facing outside on one corner. Put your front pattern with the crotch facing outside on the other corner. Cut out the front crotch, cut out the back crotch, cut out the sides, and cut out the slant at the top. That's just all you're going to be doing here. Don't over explain. Let's get right into the video. Let's measure the waist. Because this is a very, very straightforward tutorial. So let's measure the waist. What is our waist? I'm going to remove ½ inch. What's our 25.5. If I remove ½ inch on one side and ½ inch on the other side for sewing, we have 24.5. So now 24.5 multiplied by 2, because this is 2 pieces. 24.5 multiplied by 2, that is what will be the length of our band. 24.5, that's 49. All you just do is to see the front. You need to join the front, like I always tell you to do. Join the front. You're not putting any zip in this one. Now you come here and join the back. Okay, now when you finish joining the 2, you open it up and join the inseam. Okay, so you finish joining it, you open, join inseam front to back like this. I'll come back and show you. So once you've done that, that is it. All you just need to do is to attach your elastic band and you fold the under. So briefly, I'll teach us how to attach elastic band. I'm going to be doing elastic band a few times, maybe 2-3 times more in this our course content. But the standard measurement I use is that we minus between 4 inches to 6 inches from our waist, depending on how fitted we want it to be. So my own, I'll stand at the midpoint and I will remove 5 inches. My waist is 27. So if it comes to 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll cut exactly on 22. That is 5 inches that I removed. And remember, we're using this is not ½ inch, Abby. We're using this tiny elastic, almost ½ an inch. Maybe let's call it the ½ inch elastic. And I'll cut 22. I'll cut it into different pieces. If you're doing a full elastic waistband, you cut it into a minimum of 3 pieces. But if you're going to be adding drawstring in the middle like me, you can just cut 2. So one will stay at the top of the band, the other one will stay at the under of the band. Then your drawstring will be in between. So yeah, this is the band I created. Waist divided, multiplied by 2. Waist multiplied by 2. So let's go and join the joinables and I'll come back. So I've joined front and I've joined back. See, this is the front, still slightly shorter, and this is the back, See how wide the shirt is. So you can make stay at home. You can make yours smaller. Okay, you can make yours directly the size of your thigh. So you can just join the front and back, make the front and back right beside each other. Don't leave any allowance. See mine, I left 5 inches allowance. You don't need to leave that much. So you see, connect front panel to back panel like this. Okay, connect front to back, pin the center, pin the two sides. It's not like trouser, so it should be simple. This is the band in my hand. So the way we're going to be creating this band, the length of the band, before I forget, the length of the band is 5 inches. I already told you how to get the band. Measure your waist. You know this is not your normal waist, so you measure the waist there because it's elastic. Then you fold the band like this. Okay. You know what I will do? I will join the other side too. I'm going to join the other side so that it will be one, full band. Okay, I'll join the other side. So now I'm going to fold it like this and mark 0.5 inches from this midpoint. The midpoint now we'll call it on the top. But see where my tape starts from. Okay, I'll mark 0.5, 0.75, and then from there to from that 0.75 I'll mark another 0.75, and from that point to yeah, that's all. So I'm going to stitch here and I'll stitch here, and then I'm still going to stitch here by 0.25. People should not be confused though. So you see the 3 points I've marked that is visible in the camera. We can make the center shorter. Okay, can make it shorter since there's no elastic. Even if there's elastic going there, all we just need to do is that we want to sew 3 times, so we'll mark it. So I'm going to sew 1, 2, 3. Now to make it easier for myself, especially since I want to close this other side, all I will just do now is to join the elastic. I'll go to the machine and join the elastic here, and then to become 1, 2. So now I'll place the elastic. When I finish joining it, I'll place the elastic inside the first one. I'll open it up. You see what I'm doing? Open it up. It will be joined though. It will be joined by these two sides. I open it up like this, close it, make sure that the ends are equal, and then make sure that my elastic is inside. Yes, my elastic is inside, and I'll sew it round. So as you are sewing it, you'll be pulling it because the elastic will be taking effect once you reach your maybe midpoint or you're almost at the end. Elastic will take effect. So I'll go and join this other side. I'll join the elastic and I'll do the first band. I'll come back and show you. Now the second band, because I want to put a drawstring inside. Right, I want to make it drawstring. What is drawstring? Any lace, maybe I can use bias, I can use original lace. You can buy original lace in the market, anything. I'm going to be using bias today, so I would measure the lace. The lace is going to be longer by 20 inches. It's going to be longer than this, so you measure your band and be longer by 20 inches. So 10 inches will go on one side of the lace and 10 inches on the other side of the lace. So we're going to assume that this is the back. This joining here now is the back of the trouser. So it's when I finish doing everything that I'll attach the lace inside. So what I'm going to do now, this first one, I'll put elastic inside. But the second one, because I want to make it drawstring, there'll be nothing inside. Okay. Now the third one, I'll put elastic inside the third one. Let's go and do it. I've joined the under of the trouser. I've joined this. Oh, the sun is already up. Yay. And then let's look at the band. So the band that was once wide and straight, I have added the first layer of elastic. Look at it coming together, and then I went ahead and I sewed. Let me open it so you see the stitches. I hope you can see it. So I sewed here and I didn't put anything inside. So now the third stitch, I'm going to put my elastic. See the way I stitched it, right? I'm going to put my elastic inside the third hole. Now make sure not to sew on top of the elastic. So you're right beside the elastic. So you'll be checking at intervals. You'll be pulling the elastic to see if you've sewn on top of it. The goal is not to sew on top of it. The goal is to make sure that it's seated securely inside the hole. Okay. So after doing that, I'm going to first join this to the waist. I'll be joining it one way method instead of the way I thought us. So you choose where your front is going to be, the finest part of your band, and do that. So after that, I sewed this bias. So this is not something corporate. If it's something corporate, I would have obviously used a lace like I told you to. So I'll be using this bias. I'll just use my safety pin and create 2 holes. You know the way our lace used to be in our inside trouser. So I'll create 2 holes right at the front crotch. Okay, so this is the front crotch, and on the band though, I'll create 2 holes on the band, one at this side and one at this side on the band, not on the trouser. Let's go and do it. I'm coming. Okay. All right, so this is it. You even know that there's nothing in the middle. You know how pretty it looks. So all I'm going to do now is to join. You pull this one. I will pull this one like this, and I will join once. So after that, I would create a hole at the center. Let's just join. So yes, joined. Don't you see a typical shorts? And this is still the inside. I'm going to just fold the under. And before I fold the under, see, you can't even see the point that has no elastic because the other two are making up for it. So this is the front. So locate the front by the crotch. This is the front. And depending if you want your lace to show on the outside, you put it on the outside. If you want it to be on the inside, you put it on the inside. So what I'll do now is that you see this crotch sewing, I'll just bring it up here and mark. I'll mark here. So like I said, two sides before it. So I can use anything simple to open up the hole. Aside razor, don't use razor because you don't want the hole to be on the outside. You only want it on one side. Okay. So you see me using my and I'm just picking one side. So I'll do the rest for the remaining for this. I'll pick only one part of the fabric and I would use my seam ripper. This is the best way I know to create my hole, especially when it's on the inside. I'll pass my lace, my bias. I'll pass it through. Don't make the hole too big. Make it just enough, just big enough. Okay. So yes, do you see that? When I pass it, this is basically done. Pass the loop. Let's pass it, and then you fold the under. So you see what I just did? Put it inside. It's so not easy to do. Don't say it's so difficult. And this is the outside. Okay. This looks like. This is the front. This is the back. So you can choose to put yours outside.